Group of athletes and entertainers, boxing legend Mike Tyson, they're all asking President Trump to make changes to cannabis classification. In a letter to the president, the group wants marijuana to be reclassified from Schedule I substance, like heroin, to a Schedule III substance. They also want clemency for nonviolent marijuana offenses and an end to what they say are discriminatory banking practices. Earlier, I spoke with boxing legend Mike Tyson. Mike, nice to see you.
Hey, thank you, Greta. It's wonderful seeing you as well.
Mike, I have to say happy birthday, and I have to tell you, turning 40 is not that hard. You'll get used to it.
Well, 40 looks real good from here.
It certainly does. So happy birthday. All right, you've got a big project done. You're trying to change things about marijuana. Tell me what you're trying to do.
First of all, I'm trying to have it rescheduled from a level 1 to 3, for medical researchers, Open Space Banking Act, and plus there's over 500,000 people who's legally in the cannabis business that's employed. They can't get an open loan. They can't get any accounts. And we're trying to stop that. People are going to consume anyway, so why not consume safely, right? So during Prohibition, people drank, and a lot of people died and got sick. And so they made it safe, and then they made it legal. And we're asking them to do the same thing with cannabis.
All right, so it's Schedule I now. You want to make it Schedule what?
3, because you have to think. It's in the category with cocaine, heroin, and all that stuff. And no, we need it for level 2, I believe. Cocaine's level 2. If you get cocaine is level 2, and man, come on, it can't be more dangerous than cocaine. Give me a break. If you were doing the show right now, who would you rather speak to? A pot consumer like me or some full-blown alcoholic?
Well, I must admit, I'd rather get behind someone driving a car on marijuana going 10 miles an hour than someone who'd had too much to drink and who's, drunk behind the wheel. So I will concede that. But tell me, do you think it should be legalized for everybody, or would you have an age group on it?
Age 21, and for everyone who wants to consume. I'm not saying you should consume or you better consume. No, everyone that just wants to participate and consume in cannabis should be able to do it legally.
What would you do with the different quality of marijuana? I mean, some is a lot heavier than other, and you've got some that's laced with fentanyl unexpectedly or laced with other drugs. How would you address that?
Well, I would address that, of course, with the president and his administration, and we would have to make it safer. We have to make clean cannabis. We have to have laws and make sure any cannabis that being purchased has to come from legal cannabis dispensaries. None of these black market guys that are killing us, making us sick out here in the street, those guys, the time for those guys are over. They need to deal with the full extent of the law.
How do you ingest it, and how often?
Excuse me?
How do you smoke marijuana? Or how do you do this?
I like to smoke it, and I smoke it all day, every day.
And what has it done to you? Has it an impact on you, not just for while you're high, but sort of a greater impact on your life?
It helps my mental and listen. For me, not look. When I first started boxing, you couldn't smoke cannabis; it was banned, and you saw how my life was then, right? Since I've been using cannabis on a regular basis, you see how my life is now. You can just look at the two, and you can tell which is the better person. The guy who drank alcohol every day of his life while he was being this great boxer, or the guy who's right now a retired boxer, businessman, and he's enjoying his life without any chaos.
Are you really retired from boxing? We thought you were retired before, but are you really retired? You came out of retirement before.
Hey, listen, I'm anticipating chilling out, staying in retirement, and making cannabis safe and legal. That's going to be my new job in life, to make cannabis legal and safe.
Oh, Mike, how do you spend your day? You used to spend it training. And obviously, I realize you have this cannabis project now, but what's your day like?
My day is constantly finding ways to make cannabis legal, looking at the ins and outs, finding all the illegal black market dispensaries and grows and destroying them and putting them out of business so they can no longer infect and make the world sick anymore.
Have you had any response from the White House about this?
Excuse me?
Have you contacted the White House or contacted any politicians about moving it from a Schedule 1 drug to a Schedule 3?
Absolutely. We're working on that right now as we speak.
And what kind of response? Have you gotten any response, or is it just earlier? You haven't had enough opportunity for a response.
Too early, but they're not denouncing it. You know, it's not. You know, it's something that we're talking about. It's not an automatic no, because they understand the benefits of it as well.
Well, you know, it is. I don't know what the difference is between alcohol and marijuana, other than that if you have marijuana laced with other drugs. But you know that if you're old enough to buy alcohol, I don't know what the difference is with buying marijuana, except if it's laced with something else, or it's made too potent.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for no longer will it be laced for anything else, because my job is to stop the illegal black market of cannabis in this world.
How are they going to police this?
Through the DEA. They're doing a great job. You know, they're not getting the credit for the great job they're doing so far.
Well, Mike, it's nice to see you. It's always fun to see you. And good luck with your project.
Thank you.
It's nice to see you.
God bless, my friend.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.